Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The Bulls have been looking pretty confident the year they're having. Team is an indicator of their ability to succeed.
What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't
because there's no way to understand playoff basketball until you're there. And so teams that shoot a lot of free throws.
You know what he used to say about free throw shooting? He called it the NBA's hidden way to score. You forget about free throw shooting a lot, don't you? The NBA's hidden.
It's hidden?
It's hidden.
I would agree with that, Dick.
Yeah, the NBA's.
The Marine Corps War Memorial in the foreground. No shortage of magnificent structures here. In Washington, D.C. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Earlier this season, it was Chicago who came out on top in the last meeting against the Washington Wizards. And now we'll see who gets the advantage after they tied at one apiece.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters. That's it. 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Lynch's shot is off. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And how about the accuracy that was on the...
Deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw tonight.
And take... Taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
There's the screen. Right wing, Wall wide open. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Kicks it to Jeffries. A 3-ball. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
And the pass to Kane. To the right side. Here's Wall, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Boss, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Outside, Wall shoots from 12, and off the prior, and in it goes. Joseph's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Boss, covered by Wall. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Oklahoma City.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Just 5 on the clock. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And Wall. Here we go now. Here's Lynch. Second chance shot. Wall's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Washington trailing. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. It's been a pretty even matchup against this team, at least so far this season, with a game going each way in their first 2 contests. And the key to them taking this one tonight, he said, is defense. We know they can score with anyone, and we're certainly capable of putting some points on the board when we need to. But we can't get into a barn burner shootout with them. We've got to slug it out, play some gritty D, and make them work for everything. Kevin, this should be a tough game.
Thanks, Doris. That's a potent offense they're up against right now, and they know it.
And that's why they've got to be ultra-focused at the defensive end right from the tip.
And I have no doubts that they will be. As bluntly as Coach put it to Doris, I'm sure he was even more blunt when he was talking to his guys.
Boss, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression.
Keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can really get to the offensive boards.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Your steals leaders. Freak number 1.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Anderson, he's checked in for Chicago. Rose comes in for Butler. Boss gets the bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Washington has possession. They trail by 1. Now here's Payne. He's covered by Rhodes. Can't hit from in close.
Those are chances almost always.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you
there.
what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
The feed to Jeffries. Passes it to Boss. Pulls up on the elbow, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
That's a great start for him, hitting 75% from the field on 8 attempts. For those of you that are struggling with math, he's 6 of 8.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Outside Rose. Here's Boss. Again, Chicago.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake is isn't going to get it done.
Now here's Payne. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's the Bulls up 3. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. And John Wall spoke prior to the game. He talked about the identity of the Wizards team.
Defensively, just being that gritty and grimy team that makes it tough for teams to score in their paint. I think we can be a very great team.
The Wizards not exactly, Clark, the first team that you think of when it comes to gritty and grimy team defense, but maybe he's really got a point here in how tough the Washington defense can be.
Well, it's been good enough to have taken them further than most thought they'd go. And you don't get there without the defense, Kevin. You know that. I'm really impressed, though, with Wall's mindset in all of that.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Wizards trail by 15. There's the steal. Boss. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Kane. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He finished with an incredible amount of points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects
in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Bulls?
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Outside, Wall. There's a good screen. 5 to shoot. Anderson outside. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Boss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Wall kicks to Joseph. Feeds it to Anderson. Here's the 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Here's Boss. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. 24 points for Freak.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
We've got Lynch. Wall out there with Anderson. And it's Kane in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Anderson's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 23. Rejected by Wall. Pass to Kane from about 16. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here is Lynch. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Clock at 6. Anderson takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Here's Boss. Right through the D for the layup. Boss has got 29.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Wizards have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half starting. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Chicago. Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. Dishes to Carroll. Pass to Payne. Lynch, a screen on Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Payne. The Wizards with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Bulls have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Just an amazing game for Boss. He has 35 points and a couple of nice steals, too. He is in a third quarter groove.
How good do those legs look here thus far in this half?
Payne with it. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. He used that pick to get in close.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Washington, they have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. The first one falls. go.
And with that height advantage right there, he had a good, clear look at the basket.
Here's Boss. He's got 39. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. To the left side wing. And Damari Carroll, good for 3. Carroll's got 5 now.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh man.
Does he ever?
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. But spread the
Chicago
floor.
making a switch here. Randall's checked in.
Spacing.
Wizards have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
Here's Boss, and the Bulls another 3.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out. Faster.
There's the pass to Park. Just 5 to shoot. And another shot. Lynch's shot is off.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there. He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Anderson, he's checked in for Washington. Wall comes in for Payne. Chicago also making some changes. Jeffries is checked in, and it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Kyle Anderson. Here's Boss. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Boss has got 51.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Passes it to Lynch. Looking to end the run, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Chicago. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Wizards shooting a low 30% mark from the field. On the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. Boss in at point guard. Adams is out there with Lance Stevenson, and it's Jeffries in at the 4 spot. Boss gets the bucket.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Now here's Wall, guarded closely to the paint, and it's blocked by Adams. Pass to Boss, one-on-one here. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Screen by Monroe. Wall, that's a 2-pointer, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Boss gets the bucket.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Here's Koufos, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Jeffries got his third rebound tonight. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
That is just...
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Chicago. Boss comes in for Lance Stevenson. Wizards have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Payne with it, now guarded by Boss, and it's blocked. But they recover it. The Wizards shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Clock at 2. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Oh, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Reverberation throughout the entire building on that one.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And how about the impact that's going to have on your team? You can imagine how much adrenaline starts to flow through the veins after that one.
Kane, no luck. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Boss, no good. Washington shooting poorly, just 35% so far.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And they're going to break this season series tie with a big win here tonight, giving them a record of 2-1 for the year, with one final game left to go against the Wizards.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Boss. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Inside, Lynch. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad, I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And the Bulls making a change here. Stevenson's checked in.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Here's Boss. Carroll covering. Here's Boss. Low block shot. Count it.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further adu, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping. Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. Have a wonderful evening.